Hey, what's up, guys? This is First Attempt Weightlifting. I'm Aaron Adams.
And John Filippini.
Hey, guys, remember, you guys, we need your email submissions, okay? So email us at firstattemptweightlifting@gmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, share us, go on Instagram, tell everybody about us, okay? We love seeing you guys.
Come on, y'all are real pretty. We want to be able to see your lifts. They're pretty too.
All right, so we got Jeff Wise here from Athletic Asylum, CrossFit White Marsh. I've coached Jeff a couple of times, not really anything intensively. He's used to have some really glaring issues. Now it's looking like he ironed some things out, but John has some really good opinions about this. So I'm going to show you guys the video, and then we're going to see his little celebration at the end, because this is a PR 200-pound snatch, a nice little milestone, and we'll see you on the other side and let you know what we think.
Yes, yes. Woo!
I believe that's his supportive girlfriend, I hope at least. If it's not Jordan, I apologize. All right, so what are you saying, John?
All right, so the first thing here is that I wouldn't mind a slightly more upright position, but even so, as we
You're talking about his back position here?
Yeah,
Okay.
his back angle to the floor, which is good you drew that, because now we got that position to start with, and watch as he pulls off the ground. First movement is now he's moved that angle again to here.
Now, do you think that's because of his hamstring strength right there?
I would say that, I tend to think a little bit more glutes, actually, just because of the fact that that tends to be what keeps people upright. And what we're going to look for with that I think comes up again later, is that in this position, and by the way, there are people you'll run into if you're, coaches here trying to analyze people. There's people you're going to run into that this back position isn't the worst in the world, at least the angle. It could be a little straighter and things like that. But basically, when you start looking at the comparison, I'm going to try doing this carefully here, of if he's got his femur length from there to there versus his torso length from about there to there, this ratio, you see that's pretty square. I think that he should be more upright with that. If his torso was more like about that long to there, then I would be like, okay, he's going to be a little bit more over the bar. He's going to have to be flatter to get out of the legs out of the way.
Yeah, so you're saying more people that are more legs and arms, you want to have them really over the bar as opposed to a longer torso or even an even torso, which is more objective.
And you see this all the time if you look at like the Chinese weightlifting team. They're all, the national team is very long torso, very short limbs, and they got extremely upright positions.
Yep.
But let's move forward with that. So that either way, he's here and then he loses those hips first, which as we said is glute strength. As he goes through this position, he tries to keep it in close, but he's just still, it's hard to see in this video. Actually, right about there you can see it. If you zoom in right about here, you can see there's a bit of space there between the legs and the bar, and that's kind of resulting of that hip having shot up first.
Yeah, I would say that's a lot of space.
Yeah.
I don't mind some space, but that's the point of diminishing return, I think.
So as he's doing this, he's chasing forward to the bar a bit. You got here, by now, he should still have his feet flat, so you see that little raise there.
That's going to send him forward, yeah.
Yep. And the thing is, because of the way he pulls under the bar, he actually lands under it, and he's a little bit, all right, he's got his position here. This isn't bad, but the thing I'm looking at here, remember those glutes? What do the glutes do? They're a hip extensor, but they're also a hip external rotator, so they're going to be pulling the knees out. So I'm looking at the fact that his knee here, his knee to his hips, he's got that position that his knees are really caved in. That's a pretty telltale sign for me of the glutes having some inactivation or some weakness there.
Yeah.
So that's something I'd be looking for as well. And it shows up even more as he tries to stand up. That as he goes to that position, he bounces a little bit, and he keeps the knees cave in even more as he does this.
And he shoots his butt up trying to use, again, that posterior chain.
Now he's loading that hamstring,
Yep.
and that piece of it. And maybe even a little bit of the exterior quad, the IT band, stuff like that. He's loading that, but his glutes haven't really done their job.
I will say that I know for a fact his IT bands are like rubber bands. They're so tight.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
super, super tight.
Yeah, because at that point, when you're in this position, you're loading you can even see as he goes back down, those knees pinch in together. You're going to be loading the outside of your quad down to the IT band. I bet he's got the whole thing, the lateral, the outside head of his quad is probably also super gross. He probably feels uncomfortable doing like a GHD, like having his quad pressure or whatever like that.
Interesting.
Whereas the internal part of his quad is basically probably underdeveloped because that would balance the other side of the hip.
Okay, so what do you think would be a good thing for him to work on then?
Single leg work.
Single leg work. Interesting.
I would definitely have some single leg work in there. And for my experience,
like
if you're
pistols?
Not necessarily. Well, actually, his mobility is not the end of the world. I'd test if he can do that properly, but pistols are a pretty advanced single leg work. I'd be looking more at, have the barbell on the back or in the front and do single leg, do standing lunges, coming back into place, trying to fire the posterior chain, step back up. I'd be looking at step-ups, making sure the heel is down. And weirdly enough, when you're doing the step-ups, it looks goofy, but it helps, is if we're trying to make sure the hip extends fully, the unsupported leg, so you're stepping up with the right leg, say, the left leg, the unsupported leg, you've got it at the top when you lock out the knee of the right leg, the left leg, the knee should be above the hip. And it's weird, but it gets the hip square and actually fully extends. And it looks really goofy and weightlifters hate it, but it does help.
All right, cool. So this is First Attempt Weightlifting. Again, I'm Aaron Adams. This is John Filippini. Make sure you guys email us at firstattemptweightlifting@gmail.com, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, take it easy, guys.